Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm out here, made it up to the property, and I haven't really been filming a whole lot. A, it's really cold. B, just some stuff going on. We lost my grandma about a week ago, so or a little less than a week ago. So we've been kind of dealing with that, and just hasn't been a real fun time. The world is not a better place without her. She was pretty awesome. Maybe sometime I'll do a video on her, but so I don't really have a whole lot planned up at the property, but I have this big pile of firewood behind me, and I'm just kind of cutting off some of it. And I don't have a trailer, I just have one of those little cargo carrier things in the back. So I'm just going to replenish some of the wood that I've used up over the last year at the cabin, and we're just going to take some stuff off of this. But it looks like it's actually in pretty good shape. Still, it's been sitting out here for a couple of years, and it looks really dry. So it might even be burnable. Probably, maybe not this year, but next year. But yeah, so I'm just out here. Not a big agenda. Not a whole lot of stuff to do. It's really cold. It's about 23 degrees, so I'm kind of cold. So if I stop, I don't want to stop too long here. I'm just going to start getting cold. But yeah, that's about it. Quick update, and we're probably going to bring the kids up. Kids came up here yesterday, hung out at the cabin, and we had a good time. So I'm just gonna make sure we got firewood, keep warm, and other than that, I think everything's pretty good. Well, I'm just out here. I finally got myself a real, look at this thing, a real logger's hat, metal and everything. So, and I actually have a question for you guys. If you know the answer, I don't know what's going on, but I picked this thing up not too long ago. I got my hat on. This doesn't stand very good, but these have a 4-point suspension in there, and I have an older steel. Well, I'll show you here real quick. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I got this old steel. What do you call it? A woodland. I don't know, wood cutting helmet with earmuffs on it, and I don't know who makes this for them. I'm sure Steel doesn't make it. I think it's it might be Peltor, but I don't know for sure. But anyways, a couple of years ago, this adjustment thingy broke back here, and it's actually starting to break even more. It's falling apart. So I need new suspension for it, and this is actually pretty nice suspension, but it looks like some sort of 6-point harness or 6-point suspension in there. So if you guys know where I can find that, what does it say on there? Oh wait, now that I'm out in the light, it says Tasco. Well, I might have answered my own question, but I don't know. I'll have to see if it's a generic kind of deal. I don't care if it says Steel on it. It'd be nice if I get this thing fixed, because I don't mind using this every now and then, but I've been trying the hard hat with safety glasses just as an option. So yeah, if that's Tasco, I didn't even know they made stuff like this. I thought they just made like optics and things. Anyways, I guess that might have answered my own question. But if you guys have any better answers or a good suspension to use for this thing, I wouldn't mind getting it operational again and getting this thing fixed. Look at that. It's starting to fall apart and break. It's actually going to break. So that's kind of out of service. But I wouldn't mind using it. These are expensive, so if I can get that fixed for relatively cheap, then I'll just keep that around as well. And I don't know if I've ever shown you my saw. It might be a good time to do it. I got some new gear here. I got these about a year ago. These Echo gloves, and these are awesome. They have really good, I don't know, vibration dampening in them, and they're also Kevlar on the back. So I don't know, it's a little added protection. I don't know if it would work or whatever, but it might help with this hand if I ever have a kickback. It might protect the top of my hand, and then the bottom has nice padding, and they actually fit really good. I think they have really good dexterity. I don't think they were all that much, 20 bucks or something. This is my old 290 Steel Farm Boss, and I've had this probably for 7 or 8 years, and I don't use it a lot. I don't do a lot of wood cutting, especially anymore now that we don't have a wood burning stove, but so it just kind of gets used at the property, and it's been a pretty good saw overall. But I'll tell you, I really should. I've been meaning for years to do a video on it, but when I first got it, it ran like garbage, and it ran really lean. So what I did is I took this muffler off and I ported it. I drilled out some more holes and opened up the hole that was there. And then I think you have to take off, I'll have to do a video on it, but you take off the little EPA garbage you know, environmental restrictor caps or whatever they got on the carburetor. You pop those off, and then you can open up the carburetor, because when you port the exhaust, it wants to pump more fuel in, gives you more horsepower, so you have to open up the carburetor. So once your 1-year warranty's up, go ahead and do that, and it's like a new saw. At one point I was going to get rid of it, and no, I love it now. It's actually got a lot of horsepower. Not a real high revving saw, but it just kind of pulls. So that's what I've been using up here for years, and well, like I said, it doesn't get a ton of use, but for doing what I'm doing now, wood cutting, it's been an excellent saw. I don't think they make this version of it anymore. I think they make a 291 or something, but yeah, this is the Farm Boss. And then I have a 180, which I didn't bring up, a small one, and I love that saw too. It had some issues last year. I think I needed to do some, I don't know, I had to put a new fuel line in it or something, but this thing's been running ever since I did that modification to it. This has been an excellent saw, and it's run really strong, and I really love it. Like I said, I was going to get rid of it, but yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore. I guess I should probably move some of this out of the way first. Frozen. Of course, it's warmed up right now, but I gotta keep that out of the rocks. But what's the proper way to start these? You gotta put your foot in or some stupid thing. I don't know. I just drop start it usually. Brake on. good luck finding one of these cans around anymore. Look at that. A spout with no spring on it. Or valve. Wow. It's like, I don't even think I spilled anything. That's amazing. Alright, so unfortunately I'm having battery problems with the camera, so it's probably going to die here in a couple of seconds. I can already see it flashing. So guys, I'll probably see you on the next one. I'm going to load the wood, some of the wood up on this little rack here and bring it up to the cabin. And that's really all I got today. I'll get all the batteries charged up and see if we can do some more stuff in the next couple of days with some more fun content. This head cold's getting to me, so I don't think I'm going to do a whole lot more today. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next one. Talk to you later. I really need a trailer. You know, I used to have a trailer when we first started this channel, and I sold it and I got an enclosed trailer, and I think that was one of the worst things I've ever done.